Alright, welcome back to Pokemon FireRed. Last time we took a slight detour, and now we're gonna take a different detour, but you know, the detour that actually leads where we need to go. But first, you might realize that we're in the wrong town, but that's because I had to backtrack to find this man right here. I'm dreaming about Baku. He told me not to fuck, and oh, now I can teach you a move. So there are some NPCs around the world that will teach moves to your Pokemon. If I remember correctly, they used to give you TMs, but now they just teach you the move, which is a little annoying because you can't take it with you. But we are going to take Dream Eater and give it to Mira, because it's kind of the drowsy thing to do, really. Alright, this NPC will sleep forevermore, then. So with that done, we're back here. But we're not going to stay in Vermilion for long, because we've got to go backtrack, because we've got a different route to take. And now that we have the item finder and we've done a little progress, we're just gonna go through the underground path and find some items.
I forgot it did the arrow thing in this game.
Yeah, the early item finder is kind of bad. And I feel like sometimes you need to use the item finder in order to actually get the thing to appear. I know for a fact that there are certain items that you have to be standing over and use the item finder in order to find, but it will be a while before we get those. Here, however, I looked around and tried to find a few of these things, but the item finder was just here to help. Also, I don't think all of the items are available here, because I had, like, a map that, you know, displayed what the items were and where they are. I didn't find everything in the tunnel. So, I guess you can come back here if you want, but why would you?
And I think I mentioned it before, but in Let's Go, you just have your partner Pokemon waving their tail as the item finder.
Yep, that's way better.
When they're going nuts, that means you're on top of an item.
Alright, so now that we have the move cut, we can, first of all, come back here, which I could have done a while ago to get this bike, but I didn't need it. But we do have the bicycle now. And we didn't have to pay a stupid amount of money to get it. And a literally impossible amount of money. Alright, so the bicycle is basically just another item that makes you go faster, and also it, you know, adds a nice little jaunty tune whenever you ride it, until you go to a new area, and then that will overwrite this song. Though personally, this bike thing's okay. My personal favorite will always be the Pokemon X and Y bike theme. So here we are at Route 9. Now it's finally time to make some progress. First off, this very aggressive picnicker. She's ready to kick her ass.
Alright, time to capitalize on this extra, at least one extra turn that I've bought, by using Sweet Scent, I guess.
Alright, you're not gonna evade any of my attacks, now that I've twice Sweet Scented you.
And you're asleep, so, like, I don't know why I'm so worried about you evading attacks to begin with. Oh my god!
Man, this route smells so good. This route smells amazing. Fourth turn, you think this Oddish is gonna try anything? No, obviously not. It's gonna use Sweet Scent. Literally the last turn I could have woken up. Finally got it. I think. Jeez.
I think Spearmint woke up because the Oddish was just spraying perfume in her face.
What's that? What's that smell? Alright, Bellsprout. Bellsprout's far more active. God damn. So, as you can probably tell by this point, Spearmint's a little bit low on strength. That and Peck is, good early game as a flying type move. It's definitely getting a little bit weaker now.
Alright, time to go to sleep again. Oh.
Nope, just gonna make this route smell even better. God, this place just smells like a flower shop now.
See, what they don't tell you is that every time they use the move Sweet Scent, it's a different scent.
Oh no, it's a candle store.
They're all supposed to be pleasant, but by this point it's actually just awful.
Alright, this Bellsprout's got the right idea. You know what to do, Bellsprout. You know the strategy, the one strategy, the only strategy.
If it just started charging Solar Beam.
Kamehameha! So yeah, I was determined to brute force this one. I am not gonna let you get one over on my bird. I don't care how many times you put her to sleep. She's good. She's going in. She's going all in. She never stops going all in. You deceived me. I figured you'd smell the sweet scent and then you'd just give up, but no. And now you are upgrading your bird from my power. Our fight was all just a ruse. So, Spearmint has evolved into a Fearow.
And now her name makes no sense.
But she's keeping it because she's Spearmint before, she's always going to be Spearmint. So anyway, I need to go heal after that. And that's the reason I was so stubborn about not switching out.
Also, changing nicknames was still a pain in the ass at this point.
Technically we can't do that, but we will be able to soon. I won't, but I could.
Yeah.
So now, Mira has a pretty good strategy to work around her low special attack and not great moves, because she can use Hypnosis, pretty good. And she can capitalize that by devouring the soul of this Machop. Eat his dreams, Mira. So yes, of course it does take setup to use Dream Eater effectively, or at all. It just won't work if the target's not asleep, which do be wary if the foe is faster than you, because if they wake up and you try to use Dream Eater, then you do kind of screw yourself over. So, that being said though, if your Drowsy, or whatever Pokemon you're using the Dream Eater strats for, is faster than the other Pokemon, then that's perfect, because Dream Eater will always proc before they're able to wake up. You'll have the warning that it's no longer effective. Anyway, that was Onyx. But nobody cares about him.
Anyway, here's Onyx. The hiker just pulls out gigantic xylophone, things and plays the opening to Wonderwall on Onyx.
Focus Energy raises the critical hit ratio, so since Scratch is basically useless by this point, we're temporarily getting rid of that for Focus Energy. I'm not going to make that much use of it, but it's still pretty good. You had precisely 2 Pokemon to keep track of. How did you lose track of them? Ah, hey, look, Aerial Ace. The solution to the problem I just mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Aerial Ace, of course, is a flying-type move, as the name suggests, and it is way stronger than Peck. And for some reason, Perry and Shiitake are able to use it. I don't think... Well, Shiitake I can't imagine being airborne itself. It's spores, sure. But... what? Anyway, yeah, 60 attack as opposed to 35, so no more being put to sleep by rowdy plants. Alright, Spearmint's a force to be reckoned with. None shall stop her. Unless they have electricity, but you know, these things happen.
one of the few evolution things I have completely memorized in this gen. If Spearow doesn't evolve until level 25, they learn Aerial Ace naturally.
Yep, but it's
So
right
if
there.
for some reason you needed 2 Aerial Aces, and you had a Spearow, you're better off just evolving that one a little later.
Yep. Anyway, this kid's got a Growlithe, so good taste there, but I am going to just spit some water at it. Well, they're really more water rings, I guess. I don't know what Water Pulse is really supposed to be. Here, I'm just gonna shoot you with Psychic Water.
It really only makes sense if you are underwater.
Yeah. Hey, you know that Water Pulse I just did? I'm gonna do it again. Oh, what do you know? That worked. Sorry, Chris. Not even set mode would have saved you. Also nice. Alright. So, that kid's a bug catcher, so... Mira, gonna be, working right now. Oh, geez, this kid just gets up early every day. I mean, in that respect, you are stronger than I, Brent. However, that Beedrill looks like it's about to have a bad time. Ah, geez, that just shut right up. Thank you, fully evolved Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what happens when you fight a Pokemon 5 levels above you.
Yep. So, yeah, sleep strats are going to be really helpful for taking down some Pokemon that are, pretty high level by this point, not really affected by Mira's attacks normally.
Yeah, that's the best way to use those multi-hits, is to use Focus Energy beforehand. Because then you have potentially 5 attempts to get a critical hit.
Yep, that's actually kind of worthwhile. So, this Beedrill, like Mira, does require some setup, but is actually pretty effective. For a random trainer, that's a pretty good strat, but, 8 Soul.
Yeah, and in that instance, it probably should have been using Twin Needle.
Yeah.
I think they learned that upon evolving into a Beedrill. And it really is
really
just
missed
like...
out.
It really is just like the psychic killer. As long as you go first and don't get swatted out of the sky.
Yeah. But, also I should mention, and you've probably noticed, Dream Eater does restore HP, which also helps Mira a lot, because, quite frankly, she kinda needs it at this point.
Anyways, you just pulled an ether out of a rock.
Yep, sure did. Anyway, moving on from that, it's just a thing that happens every day. It's not terribly impressive. Man, these rock climbers are rowdy. Alright, here goes Alan. He's starting with a Geodude. Geodude is pumped. It's ready. It's here. It's gonna do it.
Same pose.
Geodudes just emerge from the mountains. This cannot continue. This cannot continue.
That would be the most nightmarish thing.
Is Onyx ever gonna be threatening?
It's one of those Pokemon that's just unfortunately not as cool as it looks.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you actually have a situation to use a rock Pokemon, Onyx isn't half bad, but, in the NPC's hands, I do have a small ball of fur that kicks real hard, so they're nothing before me. Go, my super bug Pokemon!
Go and buzz to the extreme.
Alright, my super Caterpie.
Oh wow, kid.
It's gonna hug the heck out of you. Oh no, Aerial Ace.
Why is your Caterpie still a Caterpie at level 20? It doesn't learn
Mr.
new
Weedle
moves,
also
bro.
gonna be level 20.
You can evolve at any... Dude!
This trainer's made some bad life choices.
The bug Pokemon don't learn moves if you hold off their evolving because they're designed to be, like, relatively strong Pokemon you can get out quicker. As compared to, like, trying to evolve a Pidgey all the way.
Well, the Venonat was a slightly better idea, but that didn't work out either.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is Oogie Boogie! I mean, I used to really not like bug Pokemon, but you know, I'll tolerate them. They're alright. I'll use a few. They're not my go-to Pokemon, but you know, I can respect them a little bit. But anyway, by the way, that bug catcher, not even the worst case of not evolving your Pokemon at the right time. Dang, crit the rat. Oh, Sandshrew.
I didn't like that Weird Al parody of Stop the Rock.
I don't even know what Sandshrew does. I don't think I've seen one attack.
I didn't have much of a dedicated team for Let's Go because it was so easy to switch Pokemon at any given time. But I remember using Sandslash a lot. So, do you think that Mira could use that move if she was perhaps swallowed by the Ekans? Even if she was still in a snake, could she use Dream Eater?
I don't know, because she is not currently, nor has she ever been in a snake for Dream Eater. I don't know how to conduct these tests, and quite frankly, we probably shouldn't ask anybody to help us with that sort of thing. Probably not appropriate for this LP.
I'm just gonna be laughing at my dumb joke for the rest of this video.
In fairness, sometimes I do just sing Dream Eater every time I use it in that tone. So, are you trying to get us to see if you can draw blood from a stone? Because, we'll do our best, but no promises. Also, that right there, Mud Sports, the sport abilities really are not useful to any of the NPCs that use it in this game. Because it weakens the power of a thing that, you know, the user is typically already resistant to. It's especially useless for ground types because electricity can't affect them anyway. The abilities like Mud Sport are typically better for like online play or something like that, or teams with various Pokemon. Actually, even in single player, the sport moves really aren't that good because you don't fight like varied teams often enough to really make it worthwhile to take. Okay. Apparently I didn't take that Meowth out with one Karate Chop, but I guess I'll just kick it out of the mountain range then. Goodbye.
Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again!
You did really good, ah, dang it. Hey, wait a second, I think you patronized me. Alright, so, this grass patch right here, let's see what's new. We've got a Voltorb. It's just a very angry Pokeball.
That screams.
Now, you might want to catch a Voltorb at this level, especially if you want to use Voltorb or its line, because, spoilers, the Voltorb line is at least relatively well known for exploding. They do have self-destruct down the line, and trust me, they do really like using it. Here, though, at level 16, I don't think they can use it.
If I remember right, Voltorb and Electrode are some of the fastest Pokemon in the game.
Yeah, so if they want to explode, they're gonna explode.
I guess that might be the reason. I also just like the idea they just roll at incredibly high speeds.
Here I go. It does, however, make them annoying to run away from. Not that I know that from experience or anything, because I'm not going to be here for long. There's just this one Voltorb here. And we caught a Pokeball in a Pokeball. We don't know what this thing is.
It just screams and sometimes explodes.
It's kind of horrifying. It looks like our Pokeballs. We don't know why they did that. It might be an invasion thing.
Who the hell's gonna eat just one Pop Rock?
Considering the damage this one can do, it's probably a better idea to do so. A Nugget's totally useless, so I sold it, which is its use. Oh hey, it's just a Professor Oakade just hanging around. What do you got for me this time? I only need 20, huh? Ah, the Everstone. So, the Everstone isn't great, it just prevents Pokemon from evolving if they hold it, so I guess if you don't want your Pokemon to evolve, but you keep forgetting to press B, use it.
It exists solely to screw your friends over. Yeah, I'll trade you a Haunter for a Machoke. Oh, the Haunter had an Everstone. Oh, well, guess you'll never see me on this playground again later, fucker.
You can do that? What the hell? I never thought of that.
One of the NPCs, and I think Ruby and Sapphire does that to you. He trades you a Haunter for a Jinx, but his Haunter is holding an Everstone.
Well, we're ending on that note, so I guess, thanks, Game Freak. You did it.
Fuck you, Devin. You're not watching this, but fuck you. I still remember that.
It's a real Kevin Punt move, I think.
Oh yeah, if that was Gen 3, Kevin Punt absolutely would have done that.